What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm just gonna be doing a little informal intro right now. I'm currently driving to the shop. If you could give a good friend of mine a follow. His name is Rome. He has a new channel. He does pretty good stuff, a lot of racing. It's Rome CTSV channel. I put a link in the description below. Just give it a subscribe and follow his channel. It's an up and coming channel, just like mine was. Mine still is. I try to promote my friends just like they promote me. He watches my stuff, I watch his stuff. I never really talk about his stuff, so I decided that on the way to the shop today that I would talk about his channel. Also today, in the rest of this video, we should be able to get some work done on the G. The cam spud did come in last week, but I just noticed that it was here. I was gonna send the company an email and ask them when it was gonna get here. So I looked on the dyno, and I remember I was dynoing the CRX, and the mailman brought me a box, but I thought it was another part that I had already opened, but apparently it was the cam spud. So we're gonna go to the shop. I'm gonna do a lot of cleaning today. I was supposed to do it on Friday, but everything's been so hectic with me trying to get that CRX done and trying to troubleshoot this white Civic that I've just been leaving the shop with wreck. So I'm gonna go in today, I'm gonna do some cleaning, and then we'll get to working on the G. The fuel lines did come in, so now just cam spud's here. I just need to figure out what I need to do as far as fuel tank placement and what kind of fittings and stuff I need. I know I'm gonna have to modify that cell. It's probably gonna go from like a 3 gallon to a 3.5 or 3 gallon to a 2.5, 2 gallon, and it's gonna be gonna have to take the slope out of it. I don't know why people keep trying to go through this gate. It's been closed since coronavirus came. Anyway, so yeah, stay tuned and hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright guys, so we're back in the shop. So like I was saying before, I got a cam spud off of Alki Diggers. Let me open it up here. It basically goes on the cam gear, and then the fuel pump mounts onto it like that. So what I'm gonna do is pretty much take the front cover off, and then I'm gonna trace it onto this cardboard right here, and then I'm gonna cut out the part for the oil pump, whatever, because I mostly just need the top for the cam. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a template on the cardboard and then carry it over to the aluminum. That way I don't mess this front cover up twice. Alright guys, so in an observation of me trying to put the cam spud on there, I realized I left the spud over here. The center of the cam gear bore is different on the OEM gear, but it is just right on this aftermarket gear that I have. I'm going to be running aftermarket gear, so I don't know if you can tell the difference or not, but the center bore is a lot larger than that one. I can't stick it in on that one. I mean, if you want to bore it out, you can, but I feel like it's just going to compromise the gear. So I had this gear laying around, so might as well just use it. Alright guys, so I got the spud in. I got the proper size Allen in there. I had to search. I knew I had them. Just had to search. They're really long, so they go through the cam gear and the spud into the cam, and it has plenty of thread into the cam. So now I'm gonna work on the template for the front cover. That way I can drill the hole for a spud, and then after I drill the hole for a spud, then we take there's a mounting bracket I have to put on the fuel pump, and then I basically trace the holes from the mounting bracket on here, and then I'll be able to mount the pump onto the front cover. All right, children, so I have the hole right there, pretty much where I need, where the center of the spud is. So I'm gonna drill the small hole, and then I'm gonna put it up on the motor and then see if it correlates to this hole, and then if it does, then we're Gucci. Pretty crazy. From the factory they have a little machine mark here, so I guess putting a cam spud on this motor was destined from the factory. So all right guys, hope you guys can you got better audio and video quality better now, because I am on a GoPro 8 now. Just picked it up for about 250 bucks, so decided to switch over to it. I'm still gonna use the 5 sometimes whenever I need to, so I can switch back and forth between cameras. So now we got the 8. I drilled the hole for the cam spud, and I put it on, test fitted, really nice. The only issue that I see is that I'm gonna make the hole a little bigger just so we get extra clearance, but the only thing that I see is that this right here is gonna be an issue whenever I need to mount this, and then it is gonna hit this some, so I'm gonna notch this part, well, not this part, I'm gonna notch, I made a mark on here where I need to notch, so I'm gonna notch it on there. And then what I'm probably gonna do is shave this down and then make it flat, so that I'll be able to mount this on here completely flat and you won't have any leaks. All right guys, so pretty much here's the finished product. I just welded this thing on the back, but the problem that I'm gonna have with the setup is that the crank pulley is gonna hit the fuel pump. So this is maybe like 2 days later that I'm filming this. I've got it done pretty late, but this is a general idea of how the fuel pump is gonna sit. So I'm gonna insert some pictures into this clip of what I just ordered between Alky Diggers and Amazon, that should solve my problem. I went on Alky Diggers, I ordered a 2-inch spacer, which should clear the fuel pump, and not clear the fuel pump, but it'll make the fuel pump clear the crank pulley. And I also ordered a new front cover that's a 2-piece front cover, and it should eliminate that hump that I had to shave out of should eliminate the hump that I had to shave out of the factory front cover. So with that being said, all I really have to do now is just figure out where I'm gonna mount this fuel cell. I really need to get the front end completed, which I'll probably do sometime in the next few weeks, and then in the next week, so I can get the fuel cell mounted and know where I'm gonna put the fuel cell. Like I said before, I am gonna have to chop some of the fuel cell down so that I can get I'm gonna have to chop some of the fuel cell down so that I can get it cleared underneath the hood without it hitting any of the frame or the two front end or the header or anything. So with that being said, oh, also my intake manifold is for sale. I'm gonna go from a Vic Junior to a Super Victor. So if anybody's interested in that, you can drop me a DM and Instagram. I'll leave a link to my Instagram below. Also, I did get some fan mail from a guy named Chris Thompson. He hit me up on Facebook, and he sent me a gallon of Schaefer's oil. He says, hey Phil, here's that gallon of Schaefer's 1540 oil. This oil is amazing. Ran several tests against many other oils, and the bearings look correct on disassembly. Keep up the good work, Phil. Chris Thompson. I appreciate that. And if anybody else wants to send me anything, it doesn't have to be anything major. I'm gonna leave the address to the shop in the description below also. But as always, comment, like, share, subscribe, and have a good day.